welcome back to RATG, Ryan's All Things Geek, right here on 103.7 FM, Brock University Radio. Or you can be listening to us live online at cfbu.ca.
Black magic. You got to know, got to show.
Tell us a little bit about the work that you do, Wayne, and the books that you write.
Yeah, glad to. I write vampire stories.
Nice.
The one I'm working on currently is called the Vampyre Tales.
Nice.
It's a series of books. Right now there's 3 available to the public, and I am working on number 4. And what sets these books apart, the main reason is I tie them into actual events.
Oh, okay.
So where we open up in Whitechapel Road is in London, England during the time of Jack the Ripper.
Oh.
So I use the murders of Jack the Ripper to actually substantiate the existence of vampires and the reason that the Ripper murders were never solved.
Oh, wow. That
so
makes
we
sense.
move forward to Mary Mary, and it happens in London, England, but in modern times. And whereas I used history before to substantiate their existence, in Mary Mary I used forensic evidence. Because let's face it, if they have a murder happen now, they're going to come at you with everything.
Right.
Whereas back in the day they didn't, right? So with forensic evidence, they take some DNA and they're going to figure out who's what. But instead of the DNA solving mysteries, it actually makes more mysteries,
right,
because what they got doesn't make any sense. This one ends with quite the kabang at the end, where I get quite a few emails going, what?
So there's quite the shock ending.
It's quite a shock of an ending. And we go into Unnatural Selections, which is the 3rd book, and it does have sort of the romantic interest, but it's nothing like a romance that you'd ever experience in a real vampire book. There's a lot of tension.
There's no Twilight.
I can't say that.
But I was just going to say, is that a bad word?
It's very violent, actually.
Oh, really?
The vampire love making is really kind of like, it's very tense. But I like it because there's 2 sides to it. It's very dark, and both the male and the female characters have their own dark backgrounds.
Oh, nice.
So even though they come together through circumstance and accident, they both like each other, but they both have this dark past, and they're like, well, we're going to just stay clear of it. But circumstance keeps bringing them together, and finally they go down that road and it explodes.
Nice. Now, do you follow the same characters throughout the series? Okay.
I introduce new ones as we go along, but there's 2 or 3 main ones that hopscotch through time.
Nice. So how long is this series going to go on for?
As long as they keep talking in my head.
So that's where you get most of the ideas.
Absolutely.
Now, are you like a Stephen King writer where you get a lot of this from your own nightmares and stuff? Or?
Not my nightmares, but it's just, I started creating a character for a theme park where I had to be this vampire individual who interacts with the audience,
right,
which is different than a stage show. When you're on stage, you only have to worry about your own bloopers, right? When you're interacting with somebody, you have the wild card because you don't know what they're going to say, what they're going to ask.
Sorry, legs
That's
are sore.
okay. That's okay. So when I finished doing the stint for the theme park, I realized that the one main character that I had really did have a diverse life. So I started creating a novel based on this guy, but it became such a big novel, I had to start breaking it up into smaller ones because it would be this big.
Nice. So what's next then for you guys? I know obviously we keep on with the novels. Is there any talk of, spin-off movies or anything like that?
There has been some talk. We put a trailer together on the website, which is waynemallows.com. You can look at the video trailer for Whitechapel Road, and you can see what it might look like if it was actually done a movie.
Nice.
We're waiting till all 4 books are completed so that you have a solid circle. We can actually market it better.
Nice.
Nobody wants half a series, because if I get hit by a bus, then it's all over.
Right. You fall into the George R.R. Martin trap.
It's all over.
Which nobody wants.
Nobody wants to go there.
Except for HBO.
Fair enough.
Well, that's awesome. So how can people get a hold of you?
Through the website. It's www.waynemallows, like marshmallows.com. All the information is right there. I am on Facebook under the same name, Wayne Mallows. You can look me up. I'm on Twitter as well. You can find me there as well.
Perfect. We'll look you up on there.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks so much, Wayne. I appreciate it.
Welcome. Thanks.
Black magic. You got to know, got to show. It's time to roll. So just tell me what you want to hear.